Hi everyone, welcome back. Here we are in Milan, coming from Turin. Make sure to check out my Turin vlog. I'll make sure to link it up here. The train ride to Milan was so seamless, and I got to my hotel, which was right next to the train station, in just over an hour. I stayed at the Excelsior Hotel Gallia, which is under the Marriott umbrella, so I checked in early through the Marriott Bonvoy app, and they were able to accommodate my early check-in. I love Marriott properties, especially abroad. The quality and the professionalism really are standouts abroad. So if you're thinking of opening a Marriott Bonvoy card, I'll see if I can put my referral link below. It has a $90 annual fee, but each year you're given a one night free stay up to, I believe it's like 50,000 points, which I don't know what that equates to in terms of money, but I feel like it's a pretty good deal. As a Marriott Bonvoy Chase card holder and member, they were able to upgrade me to this amazing hotel room. This room is a stunner. Corner room with a large king-size bed, large bathroom, and plenty of storage space. And wait until I show you the amenities at the end of the video, so make sure to stick around. So let's unpack before we head out to the streets of Milan. Hello, hello. Here we are in the streets of Milan. Ooh, this is cute. I feel so at home whenever I see these pride flags, so I wonder what this is. Anyway, we're just taking a leisurely stroll today. Nothing too touristy. Well, I guess just walking around is kind of touristy. But first I want lunch because I am starving. I ate lunch at Oscar, where I ordered the seafood pasta dish, which based on the price I thought would be much smaller in portion, but I was happy to be wrong. This was so good. The restaurant was also kind of hijacked by these performers who really knew how to get the vibes going. In order to walk off that lunch, I went shopping. Well, window shopping. I walked over to the Quadrilatero de Moda, or the Fashion Square. Rectangle? It's a neighborhood where streets lined with luxury boutique stores. Okay, fine. So not so much window shopping. I did stop by Hermes and got myself a Rodeo bag charm in rose sakura. This was the origami bag in Fendi. It was a little too small for my taste, so I had to pass on it. Of course, I walked through the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II complex. It's an iconic building in fashion history and a definite must-visit place to go whenever you're in Milan. On the other side of this building was the Piazza del Duomo. As you're exiting this building, you get stuck behind a huge crowd of people walking towards you and walking from behind you, kind of pushing you in and making you feel claustrophobic. The feeling of expanse that you get once you actually leave the building and greeted by the Duomo is so dramatic and very appropriate for Milan. Next, of course, was checking out a couple of churches. Before dinner, I got some pre-dinner aperitivo at Bar Cuore Milano. Dinner at La Corte di San Maurilio was a wonderful surprise. It's kind of a hole-in-the-wall restaurant, but very homey. Literally, the man who owns it is also the host, the waiter, the chef, and the one who rings out your bill. He recommended this shrimp carbonara dish, which you guys, oh my god, it was the best shrimp I have ever had. The homemade tiramisu was also spectacular. To end my first night in Milan, I stopped by the Duomo again and got a glimpse of the supermoon just behind the spires. Look how beautiful that is. Milan Day 2 started with a tasty, flaky, and scrumptious chocolate croissant, followed by exploring the Parco Sempione, Castello Sforzesco, and the Arco della Pace. I stopped by the Basilica di Santa Maria del Grazie, which has the original and well-preserved mural of the Last Supper. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get tickets even after planning months in advance, but I was at least in the same vicinity as the painting, so that should count for something. Lunch was at Dal Milanese. I had the saffron risotto with ossobuco. The ossobuco was tender and incredibly tasty. Also, the bone marrow was so decadent. The risotto, on the other hand, was just slightly too rich for my palate, but it's definitely worth a try though. Finally, it was time for shopping. More shopping. First stop was Bvlgari. The whole store felt like an art gallery. Everything was sparkling, bright, shiny, clean, and opulent. Just look at some of these pieces. I did get a bracelet to symbolize the year of the snake. Check out that unboxing link up here. Next up was Ferragamo to check out the hug bag collection. Truly, the diversity of fabrics, colors, patterns for all of the hug bags was so much fun to see, and it really embodies the whole casualness and also personality of the hug bag. I was so close to buying the black mini hug bag, but I went to Bottega Veneta to clear my mind, and I ended up buying something there instead. So my bag budget for the hug bag got hijacked by the Bottega Veneta. After all that shopping, it was time to exhaust the hotel's spa amenities. It's the last night, the sun just set, and it's already only like 5 p.m. I'm going to go to the hotel spa and kind of enjoy some of their amenities there. If there's not a lot of people, maybe I can take some videos or photos. But yeah, and then after that, I'm gonna go back to the main area by the Duomo just to see it again at night with the lights. Today was a much nicer and sunny day, so hopefully there's not a lot of fog and there's great views of the Duomo. I started in the cold room. Followed by the dry sauna, then the salt room, and finally the pool and jacuzzi. Dinner on my last night in Milan was at this hidden, cute, darling restaurant. It was very small, maybe like 7 or 8 tables. The staff were so friendly and gave great recommendations. The bone marrow with beef tartare appetizer was decadent, and I'm not usually a beef tartare person, but this was just scrumptious, like chef's kiss delicious. I could eat this for every single meal of the day. For my main course, I had the veal milanese, which was perfectly cooked, crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside without it being too oily, which is pretty hard to manage given that it's deep fried. I ended this dinner with the most perfect cannoli that the waiter recommended. It was so different from the cannolis I have in New York City because it was light and refreshing and not heavy and overly sweet. And that's my last night. The next day, I just traveled on out back to New York City. Now, going forward, the first half of 2025 is going to be a bit of a dry spell for me in terms of travel, but the latter half will be filled with new adventures, such as Madrid, Korea, Philippines, France, and the British Virgin Islands. Please subscribe and stick around. As always, safe travels. Bye!